I love being stuck in Melbourne traffic that much. I'm gonna have to do this drive more often. Yeah, so we're just heading down to Gippsland to see my family. They live around sort of the Sale area, so 4-hour trip from my house. But yeah, because of this traffic at the West Gate, it's probably going to add another 40 minutes, it's saying. So yeah, probably going to be closer to a 5-hour trip. While I'm down there, I'm going to suss out some like nice scenic places to go to. I know Sea Spray Beach, that's pretty nice. I haven't been there for years. And yeah, honestly, I don't really know what's around that area. I really haven't done any exploring down there with the previous times I've gone down, so that'd be good, just suss out. See if there's anything nice to go to, like not too far from there. After this drive, I'm not going to be wanting to do much driving at all once I get there. But yeah, when we go away, and even on my day trips and stuff like that, I make sure I'm not filming or, you know, taking photos the whole time or anything. Might seem like that in these sort of videos, but I always make sure it's not interfering with, like, especially with time with my boy, because it's the last thing you want to be doing is, even if it's your hobby that you love doing, don't let it get in the way of, like, you know, family time. Yeah, because these videos are actually really quick to make, and yeah, it never gets in the way of like doing stuff that we love doing together, so it all just sort of fits together perfectly. Luckily it's just us two easygoing blokes in the car, hey Zeph?
Yep.
Oh, this is doing my head in. That was pretty funny, wasn't it? I wasn't going to do any more filming for this trip, it's just boring as hell, so I was going to wait till we got there, but I got these little like they're little mini CB radios. They're really aimed for kids, but they're the Unit brand, so they're actually pretty good. Work up for like 3 kilometers. But yeah, just scanning through, you know, so we can hear like truckies. So you usually give you updates on, not that we don't speak to anyone, just listening to them chatting, and usually you can find out about traffic ahead and stuff like that. But the first one comes up, 2 truckies having an argument or something. One's calling the other one names and calls him retarded and shit like that. So we're just having a bit of entertainment. Just listening to 2 blokes trying to organise a fight somewhere.
Yeah, they said Werribee.
Yeah, somewhere in Werribee. That was the most random thing. I thought we'd turn the radios on to hear like traffic updates from truckies, but that's what we picked up.
Seems like updates from fighters.
Like a backyard fight, bloody club or something. So that was day 2 of my trip down here at Gippsland. I'm staying at my sister's at Stratford, so I'm just on my way down to the Avon River, which is literally like 2 minutes from my sister's house, which is handy. Yeah, it's cool down here because you can drive down right by the riverside, and yeah, last time I was here I was further down to the west, but I found another entry point further to the east, which hopefully it might be a little bit quieter because it's away from, like, there was a kids playground at the other joint. It's a little bit rough around the edges, but nothing too bad. Probably wouldn't take a normal car down here. Bloody skinny though, so I'll be reversing if someone else is coming down. A bit of a drop off there. Yeah, where do we go? Wouldn't want to come down here if your car's a bit too precious for you. Oh, I've got a bit of a water crossing. Slowly go through there. I was a bit boggy. Fuck, it's low. Don't want to go off and watch the solar panel on the top. Shit, that is close. No, didn't hear it get taken off. That's good. It's definitely a lot more rougher on this one than the entry point further down, closer to the town. But I'm tipping not many people will be down here. Imagine if I got one on the first cast. That was a shit one, so no chance of that happening. I don't even really know how fast you're meant to wind it back in. Oops, fuck, nearly got a bird's nest then. I love watching people that actually know what they're doing this sort of fishing, and you see them cast like a fair distance, and they'll like pinpoint accuracy, they'll get it into like the tiniest little spot between trees and shit. Here's me, got a whole river to myself, and I still stuff it up. Oh, that was a little bit better. I just can't get it to where I want though. And it's not even that far. It's probably like 20 meters. Yeah, in that gap over there between the trees. But got excited for 1 second then. Then I just hooked up to a rock. Oh, the flies, they're that good. They're actually not annoying at all. I'm right in my element though, like being in this sort of place. Like no one around, which I'm really surprised. It's perfect weather. Oh, that nearly got there. But yeah, like I said, there's probably nothing over there at all. If there is any like keen fishermen that know what they're doing, please give me some tips, because this would be boring as shit to watch. I can imagine this spot being a nice place for fly fishing. That's something I used to be obsessed with when I was in high school actually. Once again, wasn't that good at that either. I did get a couple of fish though, every now and then. Probably shouldn't talk while I'm casting, just sound like I vomited. But yeah, it doesn't matter what happens. It's so relaxing here. This is absolute magic. I'm spewing though. It's obviously user error or the gear, I don't know. But yeah, if I could get it, just way closer. There's like a big tree overhanging the river as well. So, well, as far as I know, that's like ideal spot for fish to hide and stuff like that from the birds. But yeah, I just can't seem to get it close enough. I think they'll do for that little spot. I'm spewing too. His son didn't want to come down with me. He's normally like my shadow, but he's having that much fun with my sister, and there's another boy there he's playing with and stuff like that. So that's good, he's having a ball. I reckon I'll drive up a little bit further, see if there's any other little spots up there. And if not, I'll just head back for now. Not sure what else I'm going to do. I was sussing out on Google this morning what else is around. I think there's a place called, like a big old historic bridge, about an hour away. So I don't know if I can be bothered driving that far after yesterday. Ended up being a bloody 5-hour trip down because of the traffic. Stony Creek Bridge, I think it is. Looks wicked, so that'd be cool to fly around. Yeah, spewing. I was actually meant to bring the drone this morning. Friggin' forgot. That's alright, I can come down later. Probably a bit better during golden hour anyway. So yeah, we'll have a look what's up further. Tales from the tailgate. So it turns out I didn't actually do that much filming. And like I was saying at the start of the video on the way up, I'm never going to let this stuff get in the way of like family time. Like it was going to be a bonus if I did happen to go out and go for a bit of a drive somewhere. But yeah, as you just saw, the only time I went out was one morning. I went out on my own, just checked out that river nearby, and yeah, did some fishing unsuccessfully. But yeah, this is stuff I only feel like doing if I'm by myself. And yeah, I just spent the whole time like just hanging out with my family, so that's obviously a lot more important. It's so nice down that way though. Like I actually grew up down in Gippsland. Gippsland's obviously a massive area. But yeah, I grew up in like the East Gippsland area. But yeah, since my family have moved a little bit further to the east, yeah, it's cool getting to see new areas. I've seen some of the spots down there, like I've been to Sea Spray Beach before, you know, 90 Mile Beach, Lakes Entrance, all that sort of stuff, all the main stuff. And then we did go for a drive one day, me and my sister, and it was freaking awesome. Like, I've got to go down again, but for longer, and actually go for a bit of a drive. You don't need to go that far. I just remember driving past all these dirt roads, like kind of near Sea Spray actually, and just wanted to see where they end up and stuff like that. By looking on Google Maps, there's like all these different lakes around, which would be just cool to check out. Like it's such a nice area. I always forget every time I go down. I just think far out. It's funny, I forget how nice it is down there, like in certain parts. It's friggin', yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, that's all good though. I'll just save that for another time. it's always hard during this time of year. Like everyone's so busy and stuff like that. So yeah, just say for maybe a mid-year trip or something like that down there. And yeah, but yeah, since I'm bored shitless at home right now, I thought, oh, I might stuff around with something I've been wanting to do a little bit of an alteration with in the back of my ute. So yeah, you just can watch me do that. So yeah, I've showed this setup in previous videos, but so this top bit of ply there, so obviously finishes where the drawers end there, and it's just sitting on top of four, oh, you're not going to be able to see that, it's that dark, 4 angle brackets, yeah, on the corners there. At the moment, it's just got just a bolt like that, straight down, but I thought to myself, I want to make it so I can take it off like a lot easier than having to screw those off and stuff like that. I was trying to think of a quicker way, like I don't know, I was trying to find like quick release nuts or something like that. I'm sure they exist. There'd be people out there probably watching this thinking there's such an easy method, but yeah, I'm not the best handyman, just having a crack. But anyway, I'll take that off and I'll show you what I'm thinking. The only thing I got to watch is I've got the inverter screwed into the underside of this, so just grabbing the cord, make sure I don't get that hooked on anything. Why is that not popping up? I think I've left a screw in there. See what I mean? Shit, it's handyman. I've done this that long ago. I couldn't remember even doing this. For some reason that side and the other side there, closer to the drawers, I had 2 Tech screws up through those brackets, as well as the bolt going through, so stuffed if I know why I did that. I might have tried the Tech screws first and thought, oh, it's not the most secure, but oh, what a dickhead. Alright, that was a bit of a mission. Should be right to go now. Here we go. Chuck that down there. So yeah, that's what it looks like without it. Gee, it looks messy, but it's not. So shut up. But yeah, I did run it like that for a while, but then it's just wasted space because you don't want to be stacking stuff on top of each other. So it did work out perfect having that bit of ply across the top for a shelf there. And one of the main reasons I wanted to make that shelf so I could take it off like a lot quicker, without trying to reach under and do all that shit. Bloody pain in the ass. I've got one of those chemical toilets, which I never use because I'm always at somewhere that has toilets. But I was just thinking, yeah, you got to be self-sufficient at some places. So I thought just in case, otherwise I had nowhere to fit it in, because with that shelf there, even the fridge right out, that shelf blocks, because it's quite big, that chemical toilet. So you can't get it in anywhere, and obviously you're not going to sit in the back seat, especially when it's loaded up. Yeah, but by doing this, I'll be able to just quickly take it off by just unscrewing the top 4 things, chuck the toilet up there, and yeah, chuck it back on. Well, that was an epic fail. Just tried putting these bolts on. Obviously, when I had the ply on before, the way I've had it, the bolt only went down to like there, so that was no dramas. But because this is almost gone down to the very bottom, got halfway, just couldn't do it. I've nearly rounded out the screwdriver head, so I'll nip down the Bunnings, get the same bolt, except instead of a freaking shitty Phillips head end, I'll get like a normal like nut end, whatever the hell it's called. I was getting that shitty then off camera. Don't want to film yourself having a tantrum. But yeah, I'll be back after a trip to Bunnings. Alright, we're back in action. Just went to Mitre 10 instead of Bunnings. It's a little bit quieter there, but not as much to choose from, as in I'm spewing out to buy bloody packets with that much more than I need. Look at those. How many's in that? 55, Jesus. And I only need 4. Anyway, shit happens. And no, it didn't come with a free G-Shock. I just took mine off. So that's all I've done. So yeah, I got the ones with the hex head underneath just so I could tighten it properly. So yeah, it's just got that through there, spring washer just to keep that nut tight, and that's it. That'll stay like that permanently. So they're all tight and they won't need to be touched ever again. And so now the shelf should just slot straight down onto those, and there should be enough of that thread poking up. Actually, what I'm going to do too, just so that plies not sitting on such a skinny area like a small part of the nut, I'll just sit these over the top. They don't need to be held down, just so the shelf, the bit of ply's got more of a surface area. So I will drill a little bit bigger than what I've just done, Just going to make sure that the hole I do is not bigger than the base section of the top handle, which this should be right. Looks like it should be perfect. Oh, yep, look at that. Ready to go. Onto the finishing touch. Yeah, how easy is that? I love how quick you can just spin those down. Sweet. Well, that's it for this random video. Started off bloody on my way down to Gippsland. Next thing I'm in my shed doing DIY shit. I just don't even know what I'm doing. Yeah, clearly there's no method that I'm trying to follow doing these. I'm just bloody recording whatever the hell I'm doing at the particular time and just posting it. I was thinking to myself, oh, should it be separate or whatever, but really, who gives a shit? Yeah, really don't think it matters too much. I'm just sharing whatever I'm up to at that particular time, and yeah, rather than make two separate videos, I just thought, just chuck this one at the end of the other one just to make up for me lack of filming when I was away. So I've actually been finding myself getting the urge to go fishing a bit more, especially when I was down at Gippsland and, you know, just doing that freshwater fishing with the lures and stuff. Even though clearly I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, I might go grab myself some different lures for like freshwater fishing. I remember when I was in high school, everyone used to rave on about those Tassie Devils. So I might grab a set of those, give those a crack. But yeah, I just need to find some freshwater like places down here. I love going to I love when it's nice and scenic, like, you know, those rivers that run through the Otways and stuff like that. That's my ideal sort of location I would want to be. But yeah, we'll see what happens.